After portal novel transmigrating into the villainous role, I decided to escape the original host's tragic fate by actively playing Cupid for the hero and heroine, but the two of them had zero chemistry and were drifting further apart. I refused to accept that. Thanks to my tireless efforts, the heroine kept hugging and cuddling me every chance she got. Help, Skye seems to have indecent designs on me. Jade, I'm so hot. Please, let me go. On the snow-white, cloud-soft bed, Skye panted softly, pleading in a whisper. I stood beside the bed, eyes storm dark. I drugged her. Right now her mind wavered between chaos and clarity. This bitch actually dared to seduce my Xian. I was mad enough to explode. I swore I'd ruin Skye. Xian is mine. No one can steal him. I'd lined up 5 street thugs and scheduled a hardcore movie shoot for her tonight. The drug was already kicking in. Skye writhed on the mattress in agony, but we still had 20 minutes until showtime. Blame my seething hatred, I'd upped her dose to triple. Irritated, I yanked out my phone to hurry the thugs along. The next second Skye yanked me hard. I yelped and tumbled onto the bed. She flipped me under her in a flash and sealed her mouth over mine. Her lips were soft, fragrant, sweet. My brain short-circuited. At that exact instant a playful voice rang out. In a blink, the full plot of CEO Li's humble love chase flooded my brain. Male lead Li Xuan is the illegitimate son of the Lang family. Female lead Skye is a top student from a dirt-poor family. And I, Riverdale's richest only daughter, am the vicious supporting girl Jade. Li Xuan met Skye during college military training, love at first sight. Yet under pressure from me and the Vance he was forced to marry me instead. I tormented the heroine with everything I had, only to end up dumped in a foreign ditch. After my death the Vance family went bankrupt and Vance committed suicide, total ruin. Li Xuan swallowed the Vance empire whole, held a grand wedding with Skye, and reached the apex of life. After digesting the story, I realized the original Jade was a queen of petty female rivalry. Head lapdog to Li Xuan, my earlier stunt, purely because he'd claimed Skye kept pestering him. Per script, the 5 thugs and I would soon be hauled off by the cops. While Li Xuan would comfort Skye in her burning need and finally claim her, he'd gain both her body and dirt on me. The plot made my teeth ache. Women should be allies in adversity, not rivals in a farce. I refuse to die in some foreign land. Let someone else play this villainous crap. Skye, damn it. I'm a girl, wake up. I shoved the octopus-tangled Skye off me with all my strength. She stared blankly for a few seconds, then murmured, I know, but I hurt. Help me, before she lunged again. Hell no, straight girl here. No idea how to help. I'd already lost my first kiss. Losing my virtue was not on the menu. I spun and chopped the back of her neck, clean. Decisive. She finally collapsed unconscious. While I caught my breath the thugs rang. I cancelled the operation at once. After sending Skye to the hospital I got a call from Li Xuan. Voice taut, lingling. Where are you? Is Skye with you? I snorted. Why would you assume Skye's with me? Li Xuan? Did someone tip you off? My cold tone startled him. I'd always called him Xian Gich. Using his full name felt like a wall between us. He gave a dry laugh. No one said anything. I'm just worried Skye might hurt you because of me. Bringing Skye up now. Pure bait to spark my jealousy so he can swoop in later. My voice turned icy. Unnecessary. I have a driver and bodyguards. My calm rattled him. He probed gently, lingling. Did something happen? Where are you? I'll pick you up. I cut him off. Annoyed. Stop calling. I'm busy. I hung up and muted the phone, ignoring his bombardment. I raked my hands through my hair, frustrated. In real life, I'm a surgeon. After back-to-back operations, I blacked out from exhaustion and woke up inside this novel. Back home, I could never touch this kind of luxe debauchery. I want to lounge and enjoy it, but stick to the plot and I'd be engaged freshman year, married sophomore year, dead junior year. Barely time to savor a thing. By aborting the assault I'd already altered the story, yet the system issued no punishment. Apparently it only demands a perfect affection score. Plot direction is irrelevant. From now on I just keep away from the male lead and push the 2 leads together. Problem solved. An hour later Skye woke, pale and dazed. Where am I? Long lashes sparkled with tears, after effects of the stomach pump. Seeing her fragile, guilt gnawed at me. Skye, I'm sorry. I put you in here. I was dead wrong. Can you forgive me? My voice was mosquito small. I hung my head. She dabbed her tears and gave a faint, forgiving smile. Thank you for stopping. I forgive you. I stared, stunned. Worthy of the heroine halo, no matter what. This silly woman stays resilient and sunny. Suddenly she blushed and squirmed. Sorry I was rough. Your lip is cut. Cough. No big deal. No need to take responsibility. The doctor cleared you for discharge. Let's go. I changed the subject fast, afraid she'd spout something wilder. For the sake of my mission, I praised Li Xuan to the stratosphere on the ride back. She shot me a puzzled glance. He and I are just classmates. don't get any ideas. Please, can the two of you just fall in love already? It had to be because I'm still with Li Xuan that she won't let herself feel anything. Don't worry, Skye. Tomorrow I'll dump him. Back at the mansion, I tossed on the giant bed, sleepless. The image of Skye kissing me flashed unbidden, her curved lashes, the sudden sweet press of her lips. Damn, am I reliving it? But, truth be told, Skye's lips were really soft. Thinking back, the kiss even tasted a little sweet. Arg, so embarrassing. I feel tainted. Naturally, I didn't sleep a wink. Next morning, I shuffled into class, panda-eyed and groggy. First period had ended. Students were prepping for the second. When I walked in, whispers and sideways glances followed. Are the dark circles that obvious? I pulled out a compact. Didn't look too bad. Then why are their stares so weird? Before I could close the mirror, a water bottle slammed onto my desk. I jumped and swore. The hell? Who's the psycho? I looked up to find Li Xuan's face taut with anger. Jade, I know you want me back, but you can't hurt Skye. She's innocent. His nonsense left me blank. Huh, spell it out, bro. He pointed at the bottle. Voice frosty. Did you swap Skye's water for pepper-spiked water? She's in the nurse's office. Right. In the original we both signed up for the homecoming gala. Afraid she'd outshine me, I let Chloe talk me into swapping Skye's drink with devil-grade pepper-spiked water. Skye has chronically swollen tonsils and never touches spice. Li Xuan darkened. You will apologize to Skye for today. Jade. I frowned. Here we go again, Li Xuan pretending to defend Skye while prodding me to compete. Forcing an early engagement. Too bad the supporting girl has clocked out and won't play along. My dear bestie Chloe snuck a shy peek at Li Xuan. The flicker vanished fast, but I caught it. Could Chloe like him? She's always trashed him in front of the original host, acting unimpressed. Used to be I only had eyes for one-upping Skye and missed Chloe's tells. Chloe cooed. Xiangage. Lingling was just joking with Skye. No malice. Her cloying tone gave me goosebumps. One sentence and she'd nailed my coffin, seeming to defend me while sealing my guilt. She must have been the one who tattled about the hotel plan. I'd only told her. My stare made Chloe squirm. Say something. Lingling. Li Xuan piled on. If you don't apologize, I'll rethink our engagement. Perfect. I'd been hunting for a breakup opening. I rolled my eyes. Didn't do it. Won't apologize. Li Xuan. Listen up. I will never, ever marry you. Chloe's eyes lit up, glee barely hidden. Li Xuan stared in disbelief. Jade, are you insane? The original Jade would have collapsed at his feet the moment he mentioned engagement. He was rattled, furious. He grabbed my arm, demanding an explanation. My hip slammed into the desk corner. I yelped. He still wouldn't let go. I slapped him hard. Li Xuan, we're done. He released me. Stunned. Chloe rushed over, all concern for her Xiangage. Lingling, how could you hit him? I sneered, feeling heartbroken. You claim I did it? Show proof. Don't slander me. We'll settle our score later. Her eyes misted. Red-rimmed Lingling. You're my best friend. How could you? I'm devastated. Classic tears. Fragile. Pitiable. Best friend. More like best fraud. A hoarse voice cut in. The class rep had walked Skye back. Sweat beaded on Skye's face. Her whole appearance windblown and weary. A pang of guilt, and something tender, shot through me. We asked the advisor for surveillance. The one who swapped the pepper-spiked water was you, Chloe. The clip showed an empty classroom. Chloe glanced around, hurried to Skye's seat, and poured liquid into her bottle. Chloe, why did you try to hurt me? Skye demanded, eyes flashing. Chloe's face went paper white. It was Jade, she whispered, desperate. She said she hated you, told me to do it. She forced me, her, all her. Chloe, I believe Jade would never stoop that low. Do I have to call the cops before you'll tell the truth? Skye was shaking with anger. My own cheeks burned. Praise, from her. My heart did a ridiculous little tap dance. Chloe caved instantly. Snot and tears everywhere. Please don't call the police. I'll talk. I knew Jade hated you. When something went wrong you'd automatically blame her. Why do the two of you have to be prettier than me? I was jealous. Once jealousy plants itself, it roots, sprouts, swells. The original owner's tragic fate had always had a toxic bestie fanning the flames. I pulled Skye into a fierce hug. Skye, thanks for giving me back my innocence. She winked playfully. Last time you saved me. This time I saved you. We're even. Seeing her glow, I leaned close to her ear. I broke up with Lucas. Wish you two happiness. Her smile snapped off. She shot me a weird glare. He really doesn't deserve you. And I have zero feelings for him. So stop stop shipping us. She strode away. Great. Now what? To salve my bruised ego, I went home. Vance had cooked a feast. Linny, taste these sweet and sour ribs, your favorite. My nose stung. While I'd lain comatose after the portal novel transmigration, my real parents must have been frantic. If I failed the system task and stayed trapped here, would they be heartbroken? Tears slipped free at the thought. Vance fussed. Linny, what's wrong? I swiped my cheeks. I miss mom and dad. They chuckled helplessly. Kid, if you miss us, come home more. They piled my bowl high again, looking at their gentle faces. I remembered the miserable ending written for them in the book. The ribs lost all flavor. I had to rewrite the plot and avert that tragedy. Dad, I broke up with Lucas. Vance and mom exchanged glances. Sweetheart, couples fight and make up. Don't do anything rash. He thought it was just another tantrum. He didn't believe me. Lucas is an illegitimate son. Back when that scandal surfaced, it almost torpedoed the Lang IPO. Old Lang exploded. He stripped several core businesses from Lucas's father. Lucas's father blamed Lucas and his mother for the loss. That's why Lucas has never been acknowledged. Because of his birth status and the financial risk, Vance fought the match. But the old me acted hexed. Lucas or bust. I set my chopsticks down. Dad, I'm dead serious. We're over. Delight flooded his face. Really, Mom and I have waited forever for this. He speed dialed at once. Secretary Lou, kill the Lang Meadow funding plan immediately. Dad was giddy tonight. He dished every scrap of Lang gossip. Old Lang, ready to retire, is auditioning heirs. All 3 Lang children are circling. A succession war is imminent. Lucas's father is pinning all hopes on Green Meadow to win back favor. Dad thinks the project is a money pit. He'd only considered funding it to keep me happy, so I wouldn't have to love so humbly. Poor parents. Hearing the Lang saga, an idea sparked. If Dad yanks the Green Meadow money, the Lang's position inside the company collapses. They won't surrender that juicy bone without a fight. Apologies, reconciliation stunts, even kidnappings, might follow. I've had enough bad soap opera. Why not cut a deal? If Lucas pursues Skye hard, I'll have Dad restore the cash. Green Meadow would rocket Lucas's dad toward the throne. Lucas would finally be recognized. I'd lose my stalker and speed up my system mission. Triple win. The Langs would leap at it, since Skye's fortress is impenetrable. Attack from Lucas's side. I cooed. Dad, can we keep bankrolling Green Meadow? I want to bargain with Lucas. Startled, he asked, Linny, you're not regretting the breakup, right? I grimaced. How often had the original Jade backtracked? Not a chance. I'll trade the project for the Lang's permanent silence. He agreed. All it costs is Vance money, and the Vance family tops Riverdale's rich list. Pocket change. I cornered Lucas and laid out the terms. He stared, crushed, then asked in a last-ditch whisper, Linny, we're really over? Everything had flipped too fast. The old Jade used to heal at one word. Mention Skye, and she'd orbit him like a frenzied moon. This new Jade is confident. Ice cool. Someone he can't steer. He sighed. I respect your choice. I don't know why you want me chasing Skye, but I'll need to discuss it with my father first. I'll wait. After Lucas left, I tracked down Skye. I invited her to be my personal assistant. She tilted her head, lashes fluttering. Why me? Huh, silly, because I need the system task finished. Skye juggles every gig she can to pay her mother's medical bills. She's either working or commuting. Dating isn't on the map. Hire her. Relieve the grind. And romance might bloom. I scratched my cheek. Consider it compensation for past wrongs. 50,000 a month? Her eyes ballooned. 50 grand. What service could I possibly give? What do you actually want? Suddenly she clutched her chest. I don't sell my body, or organs. She looked so cute I couldn't resist teasing. Eat with me. Sleep with me. Study with me. In short, I keep you. She flushed scarlet. Sleep. Like, clothes off? I lifted her chin with a grin. How can you sleep with clothes on? Her face rivaled a peach, yet she steadied her voice. I'll think about it. I burst out laughing. Kidding. Just meals. Study dates. Shopping. I don't dorm, so you won't get the chance anyway. Skye squealed in embarrassment. Stop mocking me. I'll take the job, but that salary's too high. We settled on 10,000 a month. Silly woman. Turning down free money. As expected. The Langs accepted. I started plotting at once. 2 weeks until the homecoming gala. In the book. Terrified the heroine would outshine me, I paid someone to wreck her gala gown and mic pack. She ended up mortified on stage. Then the hero leapt up, draped his coat over her, hiding the scratches. Her affection for him skyrocketed. Not this time. I'll accompany her on piano myself. And I've hired a production team to script Lucas's confession. Skye will look devastating. Lucas heart-meltingly romantic. I refuse to believe sparks won't fly. Forget the slow burn, jump straight to the inferno. These days Skye and I are glued together. As my PA she's relentless. Sometimes in class I try to nap. Skye, nope. When I'm prepping for the CET of 4 and want to skip a practice test. Skye and nope. When I crave hot pot and skewers for every meal. Skye and nope. No, no, no. Me and mom. Skye. Bossy big sis. Stricter than my mother. Might as well call her mom. Skye Alini. As your personal assistant I must earn my paycheck. Blah blah. Help me. Paying to suffer. Pure agony. I pray daily for Lucas to succeed. Once Skye's in love I'll be set free. The long-awaited homecoming gala finally arrives. I buzz around like a bee. 1 second I'm supervising Skye's makeup, tossing out advice. The next I'm double-checking Lucas's confession timeline. Crazy busy. If tonight goes right, the affection score could max out. I might finally go home. Tears of excitement prick my eyes. Skye studies me, then hugs me from behind. Linny, we're on soon. Nervous? Thanks for being here with me. The longer we're together, the more I see how simple, even goofy, Skye is. Treat her well, and she hands you her heart. Despite how the original Jade hurt her, she still trusts me. I pat her head. Let's crush it out there. Her eyes sparkle. Let's go. On stage, Skye's sleek black dress hugs every curve. Her tiny waist. The lace-up back revealing perfect shoulder blades. Every move is magic. When her clear, bell-like voice drifts over the crowd, the auditorium erupts. I'm mesmerized. After the show, I drag her to the football field. A figure in the distance catches her eye. She sprints toward it. It runs to her, recognizing the face. Skye gasps. Mom, really you? You can walk. Her mother beams. Momo, mom's not useless anymore. I won't drag you down. They cling to each other, sobbing. Back in middle school, Skye's mom had been hit by a car on a rainy country lane. No cameras. The driver sped off. Never found. The accident destroyed her femoral head. She'd limped, confined to bed when the pain flared, unable to farm. In the end, Skye's dad left a letter and walked out of their lives. From that moment on, mother and daughter leaned on each other alone. After the hotel incident, I had someone look into Skye's family situation. Out of guilt, I paid for her mom's hip replacement surgery. Once she recovered, I arranged a janitor position for her at my family's company. Skye's whole heart seemed to overflow. Ripples shimmered in her bright eyes. Jade, thank you. Then she gave me a huge hug. She nuzzled her head against my shoulder, unwilling to let go for the longest time. The sudden touch made me flinch. It felt like electricity spreading through my body. My face burned. I pushed her away, flustered. No need to thank me. Li Xuan did it all. Really? Silly woman. Of course it was a lie. I walked Skye and her mom toward the carefully decorated venue. Strings of star-shaped lights lined the path like scattered constellations, shedding a gentle glow of love. Delicate rose petals, ruby red, were strewn beneath our feet. The background music of Love Confession Balloon started right on cue. Across the sea of roses, Li Xuan approached slowly, bouquet in hand. He gazed at Skye. His eyes shone with endless light. Skye, I don't want to stay just friends. From the moment I met you, I've liked you. Will you be my girlfriend? Skye hesitated. She didn't take the flowers he offered, feigning surprise at the confession. I squealed. Skye, so romantic. Skye's mom, swept up in the atmosphere, sighed. Skye, who's this young man? So handsome. Skye froze. Her face darkened. Sorry, Li Xuan. I can't be your girlfriend. Mom just recovered. She can't stand outside too long. We're heading back. Excuse us. Li Xuan scratched his head awkwardly. All right. Then he looked at me in silent plea. Big brother, why are you staring at me? I don't know what's going on either. Where's the spark between you two? Without me. The villainess, stirring the pot. Your love won't even sprout. I'm dying here. System, get out here. What's happening? But system didn't answer. So far, the affection score system had appeared only once. Completing the mission would depend on my own groping in the dark. What an unreliable system. After settling Yun, I drove Skye home. She sat in the passenger seat, lips pressed tight, eyes icy. I couldn't help asking, Skye, you haven't said a word. Why are you upset? She gave me a cool glance, eyes stormy. You really don't know why I'm angry? I shook my head, utterly lost. I honestly had no idea. My dumb look only stoked her fire more. Stop the car. I pulled over at once. Skye slammed the door and stalked off. I ran after her. Skye, what's wrong? Talk to me. Jade, why did you lie to me? What am I to you? An object you can gift to someone. Tears brimmed, her eyes red as she accused me. I froze. Had she discovered I was a traveler? Skye, some things are complicated. I don't know how to explain. My mom's surgery, you paid for it, didn't you? you? How do you know? Guilt washed over me. If Li Xuan had really done it, Mom would recognize him. Just now, their reactions showed they've never met. Turns out the seemingly slow Skye is pretty sharp. You knew about Li Xuan's confession. At least, I don't like him. Why keep pushing us together? Jade, why? Tears rolled down one by one. I fumbled to wipe them. Skye, I'm sorry. I did lie. I just don't know how to explain. System forbids travelers from revealing themselves. I stood frozen, words failing, Skye's eyes dimmed, her lips trembling. Enough, Jade. You won't even explain. I hate you. She ran off. I hung my head in remorse. Not just because the system task was stalled, but because I'd hurt her. Sorry, I never meant to wound you. For weeks Skye avoided me. She sat far away in class, vanished at mealtimes. In peak I did everything she used to stop me from doing. She never stepped in again. I wanted to rush up and explain, but one look at her icy eyes from afar and I cowered. I used to complain she meddled. That life dragged. Now I longed for her to meddle. Days of being ignored by her were real agony. When boredom hit, I scrolled WhatsApp. Li Xuan and Chloe's latest post made my heart lurch. Their beaming engagement selfie stared back at me. Li Xuan and Chloe were engaged. My brain exploded. Doomed. The system task was doomed. During the month I'd feuded with Skye, I'd stumbled through life, missing everything. The Lang succession war had ended. Lang had lost and checked out. The Greensword project sat abandoned for days, which meant my family's partnership with the Langs died automatically. Li Xuan ditched Skye and went for Chloe. The infortune couldn't rival the Vance billions, but it dwarfed the Langs. Plus, Chloe had crushed on Li Xuan forever and hung on his every word. For the Lang father and son, ANS were the optimal move right now. But what about my task? After all my effort, leads weren't sparking. The male lead dumped the female lead and got engaged. Hope of going home shattered. I wanted to cry but had no tears. My spirit deflated like a punctured balloon. I fell sick, seriously sick. Maybe this illness was one of system's ways to erase me. Whatever. I give up. Mom and Dad Vance wept as I refused treatment. Jade, you're killing us. Sorry, Mom and Dad Vance. I'm bowing out first. As consciousness blurred, I heard Skye's voice. Jade, you fool. I forgave you ages ago. Please don't leave me. Nice to hear from you again, Skye. I squeezed her hand and blacked out. Doctors dragged me back from the brink with heroic effort. When I woke, Skye sat beside me, chattering non-stop. I feigned sleep to eavesdrop. Jade, get well soon. I'll stay with you forever and ever. My heart ached. Travelers have no forever. How far is forever anyway? When she saw me awake, Skye sobbed with joy. I struggled upright to explain. I'm sorry. I pushed you toward Li Xuan partly for selfish reasons. Partly because I didn't want you grinding so hard. Life with him would be secure. You juggled 3 jobs. I couldn't bear watching. She hugged me tight, hiccuping. So you didn't hate me and pass me off like an object? I laughed through tears. Silly, how could I hate you? She smiled through her tears, then turned serious. Jade, no one in this world is your permanent crutch. Women shouldn't lean on men. I want to be my own sun, borrowing no one's light. Skye truly is the heroine, clear-eyed and grounded. I felt lighter. Whether the system task succeeds or fails, I'll live in the moment, seize each day, hold fate in my own hands, and be my own son. During rehab, Skye visited daily, making sure I swallowed pills and cleared my plate. Under her watch, I recovered fully. Back on campus, she became my personal assistant, glued to my side, dragging me to lectures, the library, the mall, even the communal bathhouse. I'd never set foot in one and balked. She shocked me. I've seen every inch of you, and touched it. The bathhouse lady narrowed her eyes, smirking like she knew everything. I clapped a hand over Skye's mouth. Hush, Granny. Don't spout nonsense. I'm not. When you were sick I wiped you, bathed you, even helped you pee. Skye looked perfectly innocent. Fine, you win. Crazy woman. Truth is, life with her feels warm. It feels like home. System seems to have forgotten I exist. I've squeaked by all the way to senior year. Skye, top of her class, was fast-tracked into a combined master doctor program. Li Xuan and Chloe got their marriage license. I chose to head home and run the family firm. I thought the calm days could stretch on forever. But when nothing goes wrong, trouble's overdue. Before graduation our class organized a hiking camping trip. Sign-ups optional. Bad luck. The chosen day clashed with job fairs and the civil service exam, so hardly anyone showed. Worse, the original mountain had frequent rockfalls from heavy rain and was closed for maintenance. Last minute, we were switched to a steeper peak on the outskirts of Riverdale. Neither Skye nor I had climbed it before. She packed piles of gear, Thermal shells, base layers, chocolate, energy bars, heat sheets. I puzzled. We're just hiking. Why haul all this? The lodge has everything. Skye smiled. Better ready than sorry, okay? Your call. The longer I'm with her, the clearer it is. She's smart and decisive. When she's sure, she's sure. No interrogation needed. We set off in sweltering heat. 12 in total. Skye and I wore long sleeves, lugging giant packs, drenched in sweat. Chloe sneered. Seriously, princesses. Moving to the mountain? I glanced over. White spaghetti strap top, black athletic mini, white cap, hardly hiking attire. One mosquito squad could devour her. Seeing we weren't biting, she kept needling. Oh, sorry, I forgot you singles have to fend for yourselves. Unlike me, with a husband who spoils me. I snorted. Women should rely on themselves. Hope in a man and you'll count cash for the guy who sells you. You, Chloe sputtered. Li Xuan hurried to smooth things. The campground lodge has killer views. Let's move. To shave time, he picked a side trail, remote but half an hour shorter and scenic. The rest of the class refused the risk. Only the four of us picked the side trail. Skye had actually wanted the main road, but the moment I heard it would shave half an hour off the hike, I voted for the shortcut. She felt she had no choice but to stay with me. The path was almost empty. Still, the scenery was gorgeous. When we got tired, we found a spot to rest. Once we'd caught our breath, everyone started snapping photos and filming. After I'd taken a few shots of Skye, I moved to a new angle for a better frame. I glanced, just a glance, toward Vance and Chloe. Cold sweat drenched me. There was Chloe, right on the cliff edge, striking pose after pose. One misstep and she'd be dead. Did Chloe have a death wish? And Vance, why wasn't he stopping her? I rushed over and pulled them back. Chloe rolled her eyes and called me a nag. Furious, I snapped. Keep it up if you want to die, then walked away. We hadn't gone much farther when the blue sky vanished under rolling black clouds. Skye looked up. Storm's coming. We're not even a quarter of the way up, and the mountain's unpredictable. Turning back is safer. Let's go. Chloe pouted. The forecast said no rain. Even if it pours, we can shelter at the campground lodge. They say the love tree at the summit grants wishes. I'm going on. I frowned. If it buckets down, we've got zero cover. Let's head down now. So Skye and I started down. Vance and Chloe kept climbing. Barely 5 minutes later the storm slammed into us. In seconds the world dissolved into water and wind, the gale howling like a wild animal. Skye and I were soaked to the skin. Before portal novel transmigration, I'd been a surgeon. I knew exactly how deadly this was. If the downpour kept up, hypothermia would set in fast. We had to get warm now. I yanked off my pack, hunting for the spare thermal shell and heat sheet. A shadow rammed into us, knocking us flat, then kicked us again and again. We never saw it coming. Blinding pain brought me to the edge of blackout. Skye lay just as broken, unable to move. When I focused, my stomach lurched. It was Vance. A few yards away crouched Chloe. Her flimsy outfit was no barrier to the cold. Mud had already torn her knees open. She shivered violently, sobbing. Vance, I'm freezing. Rain had turned the trail into slick muck. Going uphill was now impossible. Realizing that, they spun around, passing us. They spotted the backpacks we were rifling through. Sizing them up, Vance decided we had the warm gear. His face hardened. He charged. Once we were too hurt to fight, he snatched both packs, rifling through for clothes. The sizes were wrong, but he forced my thermal shell on, draping 2 heat sheets over it. Chloe's teeth chattered. Vance, give me one, please. I'm dying. He walked up, expressionless. Want it? Beg. She stared, then stammered, Vance, please. His brows snapped together. Don't call me that. You make me sick. With a twisted grin he tore the last of her clothes away. Go to hell. Chloe gaped, voice cracking. Vance, what's wrong? I'm scared. He snarled, once you're dead, the company is mine. I played lovey-dovey while I could stand the sight of you. This is the payoff. He pulled 2 long boxes from the pack, lids off, pit vipers, both of them lethal. He tossed one toward Chloe, the other at Skye and me. Damn him, he was erasing witnesses. Coldly he announced, Chloe, pick your exit. Cliff, snake, or hypothermia. 3 choices, all painless. Heaven's on my side. Off you go. Then he sprinted downslope. Chloe went limp with despair. The viper near her panicked and slithered away. Mine crawled straight at me. I didn't dare move as it crossed my ankle, my shin. Its icy eyes locked on mine. Crap. It's going to strike. It lunged, fangs sinking deep into my thigh. I'm finished. After the bite it slid off. One thought blazed. Don't let it reach Skye. I forced myself up, stumbled, flung it aside with a branch, rinsed the wound with the last of our water, strapped a hair tie around my knee, and fought to stay calm, anything to slow the venom. The storm clawed at us, rain like needles turning blood to ice. I screamed, praying someone might hear, but the deserted trail answered only with drumming rain. Still, I hadn't completed the system task. I didn't know if I could ever return. Tears poured, indistinguishable from the downpour. My crying roused Skye. She crawled over, wrapping her shaking arms around me. Jade, don't cry. I'll hold you till you're warm. I sobbed harder. Even now she wouldn't leave me. I hugged her tight. Skye, I've been bitten. It's too late. There's one thermal shell left. Put it on and get help. She wept. No, I'm staying with you, always. I squeezed her frozen hands. If you don't go, we both die. She struggled up and searched the last pack, tucked in a side pocket. The backup heat sheet she'd packed. Vance had stolen the other. Hope flared. She might make it down. She tried to force the sheet on me. I cursed her and refused. I knew this venom. Today was my last day. Life would belong to her. I knotted the heat sheet over her head and stuffed the rest inside her shirt, then zipped her into my thermal shell. I glanced at Chloe. Her bare skin had turned pale blue, end-stage hypothermia. She wouldn't last. My hands were numb, trembling uncontrollably. After a few shallow breaths, I told Skye my journal held a secret. I brushed wet hair from her forehead, looked at her one final time. Live, Skye, bring them back for me. Her heart broke. Tears flooded. Reason 1. She wiped her face, pressed her head to my chest. Jade, wait for me. She turned and descended, not daring to look back. I raised a hand to the vanishing figure. Good. Bye, Skye. After she disappeared, I dragged myself to Chloe, used my last strength to cover her with soaked clothes, and blacked out. When Skye returned with rescuers, Chloe and I were already gone. She clutched my icy body, wailing, Jade, you liar. You said you'd wait. Wake up. Are you faking sleep? Keep pretending and I'll never forgive you. Grief and exhaustion overwhelmed her. She collapsed beside me. I could only drift above, sorrowful and helpless. Let it go, I whispered, to myself. To her, a playful voice rang out, Traveler. Mission complete. Impossible. I hadn't maxed the lead's affection score. How? Little love system sighed. The female lead's affection for you is 100%. Claim your reward. See you in the next story world. Understanding crashed in. I'd misread the prompt. The system wanted 100 points of love, any love, not just between the leads. Talk about embarrassing. Back in the real world, Skye reported everything. Vance was arrested within hours. In the interrogation room he wept. Dad never came to a single parent-teacher night. Never took me to a theme park. Why can't I call him Dad in public? I'm his biological son. I only wanted him to look at me, to love me. What's so wrong with that? I craved his approval. Was that a crime? He never loved any of us. He loved only himself. Skye had been nothing but leverage in a twisted game, both in the novel and in this life. His goal was marriage for money and the Lang family stamp of approval. A broken childhood poisoned him, yet we still have to choose. Be the hero who climbs out of the wreckage. The court sentenced him for murder. When I heard, I let go and slipped back to reality. In quiet moments, I still think of Skye, kind and unbreakable, destined to soar. Months later, after a brutal night shift, I fell into bed. A familiar voice chimed, Traveler, we meet again. An old friend has invoked SVIP override, inviting you to the next story world. Except, Skye. After my death, she'd been shattered. Reading my journal, she learned I was a traveler. She begged the system until it relented and bonded with her. She hopped worlds, smashing every quota, rising until she earned SVIP status, all to see me once more. I didn't hesitate. Choose your gender. Male. The word shot out of me. This time, I'd protect her. Different body. Same heart. You two are in sync. She chose male. 2. Wait. What? Love score system. Can I switch? No. Ruthless. Heartless denial. Screw the labels. Skye. I'm on my way. The end.